Okay, I pulled. Dane, I should have asked, right? I should have asked first thing. Precautionary measure before I went on. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for letting me know, Dean. I appreciate it, and Keith. As I was saying, happy 247th birthday to our country. We are, always delighted to celebrate America and all the blessings that we have here in this country. I feel ultimately blessed to have been born here and to enjoy all the blessings of liberty that we have. Happy 247th birthday, America. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back again and welcome everybody in chat again. Well, that was a great intro. The first one was better than the second one. Welcome in, Dane. We're going to do this again. Welcome in, Dane. I'm on now, right? Y'all can hear me now. Sorry about that. A little precautionary measure. I had put it on mute before the show started. It is so great to see everybody. Mandy Adams, it is great to see you. Mandy, I can't believe MNSSHP has sold out already. I think that might be Oogie Boogie Bash in Disneyland instead of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Mandy, I think now Oogie Boogie may have sold out, but I think we're good on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's just great to see everybody. And guys, let's see. Let me find Keith. Got a countdown. We get that date, and the first thing we do is start the countdown. So every day is a countdown to Disney. So we're excited for you. Let's see. Well, normally we don't have them. We do pretty well, Russ. We do pretty well on them. With StreamYard, it's pretty dependable. But welcome in, Russ. Good to see you. You're off today, I guess. Super. Hope you got my text information. Good information. Oh, Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah, this is not my kind of tech, Russ. I'm a computer tech person. All of this internet tech is a little bit different, and depending on other people for applications that I used to write myself. Okay, on Halloween night. Okay, thanks for that clarification. Russ said Halloween night is sold out in Florida, and that's to be expected. We kind of expect Halloween night to sell out because it is so popular there. It usually does. Now, not this early, but it usually does. Mickey's Not So Scary. Let's see, it's sold out. Thank you for checking. Okay, and more. Let me just check here. Okay, thanks, Jillian, for that confirmation there. So, Mandy, you're okay on it if you want to get tickets again this year. I think you went last year. At any rate, guys, again, happy 247th birthday, America. I just finished watching some of our great live streamers and YouTubers live stream the fireworks at Epcot. The fireworks from the patriotic fireworks, the Salute to America last year from Epcot, while the Stargate and the taco barges were still up, was pretty spectacular. And Josh at Resort TV One did show that tonight. If you want to go back and watch that again, it was really good. But nothing beats the Magic Kingdom fireworks, y'all. They do such a good job with that show. It just absolutely, fills you with pride. I wrote down a couple of the songs that I heard mixed in. Now, I love that at Magic Kingdom they mix in not just patriotic songs but folk songs as well. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, oh yeah, right. Uh, oh yeah, you've got a lot going on, I'm sure, around you. I've heard a lot in around our neighborhood too. A lot of sorry, Russ. Like, earplugs, maybe. I don't know. I've heard a lot of fireworks going on around our neighborhood too. I wrote down just for fun a few of the songs that I heard in the Magic Kingdom fireworks that they included. Yankee Doodle, This Is My Country, This Land Is Your Land, Clementine, She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain, Grand Old Flag, Battle Hymn of the Republic. And I love that they do that. They include not only what we would typically consider as our patriotic songs, and there are some fantastic ones, guys, but also our folk songs, and I really do, I really do love that. But we, again, you know, I'm very grateful to live in this country, as I know y'all are as well, and thankful to God for the men who wrote our Constitution and who, who fought, who have fought and died over the years, men and women, and made sacrifices to get us to where we are now. And I pray that we fight for our liberties still. I believe it was Thomas Jefferson who said, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. So we must ever be watchful. Let me, guys, go ahead and do this day in Disney history. William will be in a few minutes. He'll be in just in a few minutes. He's putting the boys down, and he'll be in pretty quick. So let me do this day in Disney history, and we will move on. Let's see here, just 1 second. There we go. Always like to have my phone up too, so I can see chat. Okay, this day in Disney history, y'all, there was some interesting, really, interesting stuff here. I did want to say we are at 854 subs, y'all. We're making that push to 1,000, which is kind of that magic number, and beyond, of course. But we appreciate. We've had several new subs recently, and we really appreciate all of you who subbed while we were in Walt Disney World and who have subbed since. If you have not subscribed, please give us a like on this video if you enjoy what you see. And we have a lot coming up. We have a really exciting fall coming up for you. There'll be some announcements on what we have planned for you in the fall. Really excited to get to that. But thanks to all of our new subscribers, all of our, all of those of you who ghost watch, captains of our team replay, Lisa, Keith, and Joey, and all of you who watch us on replay, because we know that a lot of you do because of our numbers, and we just can't tell you how much we appreciate that, really. So moving on, this day in Disney history, 1872, Calvin Coolidge, the 30th United States president, is born in Vermont. And you can visit him and all the U.S. chief executives at Walt Disney World's The Hall of Presidents. Y'all, the Hall of Presidents is unique. It is so unique. It is, think about, it's the only place in the world where you can see moving animatronics of every president in our history, in United States history. And people who are from other countries can go in there and hear some of our history and see each one. It's really an amazing place. The seal on the podium in the Hall of Presidents is the only official seal used outside the White House. It's the only one in existence. The president, the official presidential seal travels, with the president to foreign countries. Whenever he is speaking, it's there. The only other official seal to my knowledge, is at Walt Disney World on that podium. So pretty cool there. Love it. I went to the Hall of Presidents last time we were in Walt Disney World, and really enjoyed it. Check it out next time you're there. 1856, Walt Disney, not 1956, Walt Disney and his brother Roy, along with their wives, visited Marceline, Missouri, which was their boyhood home, of course, an inspiration for Main Street USA. That evening, approximately 6,000 people from Marceline and the surrounding communities gathered at the new Walt Disney Municipal Park, located just south of Marceline Country Club, to witness the dedication of a $78,500 swimming pool for the community. And Walt said, "It's particularly thrilling to see this fun swimming pool here, because when I was a kid here in Marceline, we swam in a cow pasture pond after we chased the cows out." So that was kind of cool. I love that Walt was raised in a small town and could relate to really fun things like that. 1979, the first baby is born at Disneyland, California. 6-pound, 10-ounce Teresa Salcedo is born to Rosa and Elias Salcedo on a bench behind Plaza Inn. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many times this has happened in the parks. I'm sure this is not the last time. Mickey Mouse later honored the Los Angeles family with a Disneyland birth certificate #1. So that's kind of cool. And last but not least, in 1989, a replica of the Liberty Bell is hoisted and lowered into its permanent spot inside Liberty Square at the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. And this is another really special. There are certain places, when I go into the parks, guys, there are certain places that really tug at my heart. Hey, hon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Yeah.
And
Of course, the first is the partner statue. As you walk down Main Street and you come upon that partner statue, little tip of the ears to Walt and Mickey. But the other place is the Liberty Bell in Liberty Square. That Liberty Bell was cast from the very same mold as our Liberty Bell, the original, and so it's very special. It's very special. William, how has your Independence Day gone so far?
going great. Yeah, had a good day, hanging out with family and friends, and so it's been a really good day. Got a little bit of sun, and the nose is a little bit red there, but but had a little bit of fun in the pool and had a good time. So yeah, it's been a good day.
Cool. Russ, it's good to see you in the chat.
Hey, Russ.
We don't get to see you very much in the chat. Seems like we see you more in person than we do in the chat, actually. Yeah.
Cool.
I just did This Day in Disney History and talked a little bit about the fact that we're celebrating our country's 247th birthday today.
Yeah.
So we have, guys, we are actually going to put off we're going to talk a little bit about the Disney news. There's quite a bit about that. And we're going to put off the second half of our trip review until next week. It's a little bit of a programming change
update there.
I may change up the thumbnail a little bit, but we just decided to do that. Hey, Tina, thanks.
Sorry, yeah, we're not trying to bait and switch you. We're just trying to cover it with more people potentially in attendance.
Yeah, we realize a lot of people are going. Peter, hi, welcome in.
Welcome in, Peter.
Thanks for popping in. Happy Independence Day. Thank you. Appreciate it, Peter. Who remembers the 200th? Tina, I remember the 200th. I remember our nation's 200th birthday. Yeah, it was quite a big deal. So the second part of the trip recap will be after the Tron video. That's exactly it. Mark it down. Russ.
There we
That's
go.
it. That's it. Again, Peter, welcome in. We're glad you popped in to see us. I did put up a short. I will probably, guys, I'm trying to get out just do a quick haul video of all the stuff that we got, because honestly, I think it would take up too much time to do it on an episode of Hitchhiker Chat. So I'm probably going to do a haul video. And I've got a couple things to show you tonight that just happen to be pertinent to some of the things that we're talking about tonight. But I will probably do that. I'm trying to leave it all out in one place so that I can get that done. And because I know you all.
Yeah,
like
I've
to
already
see
got some sprawl. I've already got things in different places. Hey, welcome in, Kevin. Theme Park Adventure. Great to see you.
Yeah, I'm still doing my best to keep it all together. I may forget something, but that's okay. But at any rate, let's see. So we're going to talk a little bit about some Disney news. We're going to go over it. We're not going to keep you too long tonight, guys. We're going to try not to keep you too long because we know y'all all have things going on. You've been kind of resting and relaxing and just stuff to do. Oh, Kevin, hey, happy 4th of July.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see, William, do you have the slideshow?
Let me work on that real quick. Sorry.
Let's
tried to hop on as quick as I could.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I know you had to put the kiddos down. A little bit different, tonight. We try not to miss a Hitchhiker Chat if we can at all, guys. We really do. And again, I really encourage you to go back and watch some of our great YouTubers who are live streaming tonight. Resort TV One is live streaming, and they not only showed this year's Epcot fireworks, but Josh queued up last year's. Oh, cool. And that was when we still had the Stargate and the taco barges there. But I'll tell you, it was good. I remember that because I watched it live last year, and it was really good. I was glad that he has the technology to queue those up. Yeah. But the Magic Kingdom fireworks were fantastic again this year. Guys, if you have not watched those, if you have not seen them in person, by all means, go back and watch them. And I will have to say, it is a goal of mine. I set a goal, I had always wanted for years and years and years to be in the parks for Christmas and New Year's. Yeah. Well, we did that. 2014, 2015. Next. So next is to be there for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it was probably a pretty good day to be there. I saw a lot of people amongst my Facebook groups and various Disney related Facebook groups for Disney World. And a lot of people were saying, what's going on with these wait times? They were like,
really?
It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. The flight of passage was like 40 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And so,
wow.
There's just seemed like, of course, I think it's hotter in Blue Blazes there today. Of course, it is here too, but thankfully we had pretty good cloud coverage. It wasn't unbearably hot out today. Honestly, felt pretty good. Got out and grilled dinner. Yeah. But yeah, crowds are definitely lower. Tina's right. Yeah, it's ridiculously hot today. I think people stay inside. Yeah, I mean.
Well, that may be. Yeah, the two are probably close related.
Yeah,
Russ. That's a logical conclusion. Although, we just proved a couple of weeks ago, William, that heat is manageable.
And speaking of heat at Walt Disney World, Jillian did a stream this past Saturday that was really good. Related to beating the heat at Disney World. So
she did. Highly recommend.
Looking for some ideas on how to beat the heat at Walt Disney World. Jillian did a really good stream, talked through some of the cool places, temperature wise, like air conditioned, if you will. But talked about some of the cool places that are there, throughout the parks, all four of them. Obviously minus the water parks, but yeah.
But where she really did a wonderful show. Great PowerPoint, so you can follow along, take some print screens if you need to. She
it's
also,
cool too because we even thought of a few things that didn't make the list, but so that just adds to it. So
that's true.
several options
That's
if
true.
you're looking to beat the heat at Disney World.
Yeah, heat index was 107 today. Didn't want to try beating that. That's probably why it was low. But had we been there, Russ, William and I would have trucked right on.
Yeah.
We might have gone from
My buddy
AC to
Garrett,
AC.
made a great point. He was like, "Man, once it hits a certain temperature, he's like, you can look at people that work in certain professions, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, cool towel for your neck. Make sure your skin's not
Yes.
exposed as much as possible,
Yes.
and you can just keep right on trucking.
Yeah.
Will it be hot? Absolutely, but as you're sweating, depending on what type of clothing you're wearing, it
Mhm.
could continue to keep you cool. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
Obviously,
Well,
need to be hydrated for to
water,
try and combat that as well. But still, uh,
absolutely.
there are ways to make it work. And I'm going to do the best I can here tonight. If you hear stuff, if you hear a bunch of popping on my end, there are neighbors firing fireworks all around us. So anyway,
Here
I'll
too.
do the best I
Here
can.
too. So we may have a little bit of
Yeah.
background noise here too, but yeah, you were there last year for your birthday. Keith, I really hope again. That's my next goal is to be at Walt Disney World for maybe next year
What?
for
So who
4th of
all in
July.
the family has celebrated a birthday at Disney World? I have.
And
Me and
I
Jillian.
have,
So yeah, you have. Me and
and Dad
Jillian.
has.
Yeah. Oh, Dad has. Did we celebrate we celebrate his birthday on one of our trips?
Well, we were at Disney. He didn't celebrate it in the park. Does that
Okay.
count?
Okay. Yeah.
His last birthday. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were there.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
we were doing monorail hops. We were on
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts or not. Does that make it past your
I'll allow it. I'll
past?
allow it. Yeah.
That feels weird, but I'll allow
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I have me and Jillian celebrated her birthday at Disneyland in
Mhm.
2017.
Yeah,
My birthday in 2014. Yours was it last year or year before?
2015,
What?
not 2020. Wait, hang on.
Yours?
Hang on. 2020.
Okay.
2020. I'll get
There
it
you go.
right here in a minute.
Yeah.
2020. Yeah. So let's see. So Adam hasn't, Stephen hasn't.
There you go.
So yeah, it's only two members.
Yeah.
Two members of the family. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take a look here, guys. The first slide we're going to look at, of course, has to be a Walt Disney, patriotic Walt Disney quote.
Hmm.
Has to be Walt Disney, of course, was a patriot, as we all know. He was very much a patriot and loved this country. He loved, as evidenced by, you know, all of the pieces that he used for Disneyland and Walt Disney World were part of America.
Yeah.
Main Street USA is modeled after his hometown in
Yeah.
Marceline, Missouri. You have great moments with Mr. Lincoln. You have Tom Sawyer Island. You have Frontierland. Adventureland and all of
Yeah.
the wonderful Country Bear Jamboree. He loved America. He loved our country, and he's quoted as saying, "Tomorrow will be better as long as America keeps alive the ideals of freedom and a better life," and that is very true. So, well, thank you, Peter. But yeah, we know that so much of Walt was thankful to live in this country and to be able to conduct business here.
Yeah.
in freedom he really appreciated that. So
Mhm.
I did want to start with that, with
Yeah.
that quote. I think it's very appropriate for today.
Absolutely.
Let's get right into the news, William, so we don't stay too long.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is one of the reasons I want to go
Uh-huh.
on the 4th of July is to do the meet and greets with the characters in their patriotic, in their colonial outfits. Look at that, y'all. How much fun is that?
That was
Chip
really
and
cool.
Dale,
Yeah, I love this one.
Goofy, Pluto, Mickey, Minnie, all in their colonial
Hmm.
patriotic outfits. I would dearly love to have that shot. And
Yeah.
they, for the last couple of days, they've been meeting and greeting in their patriotic patriotic outfits. So
Big fan of that. Super cool. I saw that both Minnie and Goofy were dressed in, I think, like like airplane pilot uniforms
really,
today. I think at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, pretty neat. Um,
that's like bomber jackets, and that's interesting.
yeah, pretty
That's
neat.
interesting.
But yeah, I love these colonial outfits. Really,
Yeah, this is
really
at
neat.
Epcot. This
Uh-huh.
is at Epcot
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
American Adventure at Epcot, which I
yeah.
absolutely love. Fairy Tale Fireworks
Mm.
Cruise, y'all.
Jillian says yes. That was for the flyover.
Yes.
Those outfits were, yeah, super cool.
Yes. So, okay. Well, it was for the 4th of July, actually.
Well, they did the flyover,
Flyover.
for
The
the
flyover was
yeah,
for the 4th of
yeah,
July. But did y'all
yeah.
see it? Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Yes. All of it. The flyover, all of these are, pieces for the celebrating
Mhm.
Independence Day. So we love it. I love it. I think, I'm pretty sure, I think Jeff and Ange, Does Our Dream they were somewhere on property. I think they were
Yeah,
with Red Floridian.
I saw them post
So,
pictures kind of from a
yeah,
distance.
so
Yeah.
so pretty cool. Yeah. How fun. How fun.
Hmm.
That is so great. And I've never seen that before, Jillian. I've never seen
I haven't
them,
either.
to my knowledge, in bomber jackets. So is that something new? We'd have to look it up to see if that's something new. But yeah, uh, neat idea. Neat
Yeah.
idea. Right? Yeah, so cool. Um, mm. Russ said he heard the flower. I guess
That's neat.
so. Yeah. 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 It's beautiful. And they always have professional photographers there at the castle to get that great shot, just as the fighters, the fighter jets, um, go into formation there
Yeah.
over the castle. It's really amazing, y'all. Sound of freedom, folks. The sound of freedom.
Mhm.
Fairy Tale Fireworks Cruise is returning, y'all. This is something that I would love to do. We've talked about this before. Now, a sparkling dessert cruise closed in March.
Yeah.
Now, and they've cranked this back up. Fairy Tale Fireworks bookings are now available for dessert cruises on Wednesdays and Saturdays in July, starting on July 12th. Now, previously, the experience was $99 for adults and $69 for children, and it's gone up to $130 for adults and $100 for kids. So pretty good price hike there. But Disney's description of this cruise, of course, this is where it's a party barge, guys, and you get on. Well, no. This says ferry boats. Now there is one for the party barge.
Huh.
You can rent the party barge, but this Disney's description of this cruise: climb aboard one of Disney's most iconic ferry boats for an unforgettable evening on the Seven Seas Lagoon. Start by checking in at the TTC, where you'll be greeted with a refreshing beverage before setting sail. Then let the ferry boat's crew regale you with an entertaining backstory of the vessel's magic. So this is aboard a ferry boat. Once you cast off, the celebration continues with a stellar selection of international cheeses and delightful desserts, crafted by our pastry team. That is probably really cool. Plus, you can choose from a selection of specialty drinks themed to the sparkling shooting stars of the fireworks. Cool.
Mhm.
For the kiddos, there's also an ultraviolet scavenger hunt. Well, this sounds
Huh.
really neat. So they've kind of revamped this thing, I
Interesting.
think.
Yeah.
So whether you're sipping one of our signature drinks, nibbling on a tasty sweet, or discovering black light clues, you're part of the magnetic magic that makes this cruise so special and unique.
Yeah.
And when it comes time for the grand finale, fireworks to light up the sky over Cinderella Castle, be sure to grab a spot along the ferry boat's railing and slip on your Mickey Vision glasses. They'll transform your viewing experience in the most delightful way. That sounds pretty cool, y'all.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty cool. So if you're interested in that, bookings are starting. So that's a little different.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited about that. Let's see. Well, that's true, Russ, but it misses something in the translation. It's
Mhm.
So you're just going to even bypass the P-row. You're just going straight to the rubber dinghy. Well, it would be cost effective. Safety would probably be an issue there, Dana. A little concerned about that aspect, but other than that, you do you. Y'all, Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival is set for July 27th through November the 18th. Now, there are a number of marketplaces, activities, and merch available during the festival. Y'all are familiar with Food and Wine. It's fantastic. The Eat to the Beat concert series lineup has been announced. I don't have that, but I should have looked it up. But the dining packages for Eat to the Beat will go on sale July 6th. So in a couple of days. And this new Loungefly backpack is the first merch that we've seen, and Disney says it will be available soon. So we can probably kind of expect some of the merch for Food and Wine to kind of look similar in this.
It's neat. Neat design.
It's a cool little Loungefly. I am concerned that now I would have to look at this and see it in person.
Yeah.
But y'all, Loungeflies are shrinking.
Yeah.
Loungeflies, the price is growing and the size of the Loungeflies is shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I put in Ghost Host chat the other day that I do still need to put things in these bags.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to pay $85 for a bag that I could put my cell phone into, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, and Loungefly customers are pretty, we keep an eye on this, y'all, especially people like Danielle from Danielle's Bayou Adventure. She is, of course, our undisputed Loungefly queen, and she knows what's going on. So, not too much smaller Loungefly, or you're going to have to come down on that price, and then they're not going to be practical.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I do love Loungeflies. I love the ones that I have, and I really enjoy carrying those. Now we have this next slide, guys. Oh my goodness!
I'm very excited about this one.
Yes. Oh my gosh, y'all! First time Christmas event at Hollywood Studios. They're calling it
I'm very excited about this one. We've talked about for a long time how much we enjoy the decor, the way that they decorate Hollywood Studios for Christmas. I think I want to say that maybe Jeff at Diz Our Dream, had said it reminded him of like his grandma's, like going to his grandma's, some of the decor that they have out. But we love it. I do think this is interesting in that it seems like they want people to attend this event like dressed up, like you're like at the red carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
like it seems like their intent is they want you to dress up a little bit, like and so I'm very intrigued by that aspect of it. You know,
Wow.
obviously, you know, typically I'm, you know, when I'm going to Disney, I'm going, you know, I'm wearing something I could be comfortable and sweat in. But, you know, I am kind of intrigued because it seems like, you know, their advertising is kind of pointed to like, you know, dress up,
Oh,
come out
Jollywood
in the
Nights.
nines, you know, put on the Ritz, if you will. Um, but you know, I've been intrigued by that. You know, and obviously too, they hooked me right off the bat because they showed Phineas and Ferb would be two of the characters there. You know, I've met Phineas before, um, but you know, Ferb had to go take a break right before we got up there. You know, up there. Um, I've got an autograph book
Sorry to
somewhere
hear that.
that says, you know, Phineas wrote "nice hug," you know, and took a couple extra
Yeah.
pictures with me. Uh, you know,
Yeah,
and
that
that,
was a great meet and greet.
yeah. And I want to say, was that the 2014 trip? I want to say it was. But we met them at Hollywood Studios.
Tina,
Um,
you think you could get away? You think you could get away with
and
it twice, Tina?
that was on the streets of America at the time. Um,
Yes.
kind of located back in that area at the time.
Oh, hey, Sebastian the Crab, Jeanette, you are
Welcome in,
so
Jeanette.
fabulous. Welcome in. Yeah. So, okay, Tina. But you know, well, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the more
Welcome
we
in,
talk
Brian.
about it, the more interested I get in this one. Well, let me read you the particulars. I
Cool.
have a couple of little details. Disney Jollywood Nights is a separately ticketed event that will take place from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. So same number of hours. It's just on the half hour instead of the
Uh-huh.
hour, 8:30 to 12:30. It's usually 7 to 12 on select nights between November 11th and December 20th.
Yeah.
Attractions open after hours during the party will include Slinky Dog Dash, Rock and
Yeah.
Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and Star Wars Rise of Resistance. Star Wars Rise of Resistance will use a virtual queue during this event. Interesting. Disney says it's a holiday vibe like you've never felt before. Sights of sparkling decor, sounds of modern beats over classic holiday songs, tastes of craft
Welcome in,
cocktails
Brian and
and
Ian.
decadent dishes. So it does sound like this is going to be a little more upbeat. I mean, a little more
Yeah.
bougie.
Yeah.
It's nostalgic and it's glitz and glam galore. It's nostalgia. It's glitz and glam galore. Wow. Get ready to dress in your holiday glam
That's what I
best with
said.
festive flair. Dance the night away to merry mashups, indulge in divine treats and bubbling spirits, and snap selfies with iconic characters during this new festive event. Well, Tina,
Yeah.
okay, girl. This would be fun. I think. Now, see, the dressing up is what intrigues me.
Yeah.
You know, to go, you know, with your bling and you know
Yeah.
what have you. I mean, you could fit. You know, we figure out Halloween costumes, right?
Well, what you'd have to do, is you know, be really intentional about getting some good pictures too. You know, like there in front of the
Yes.
Chinese theater, you know, there and kind of the main entrance with all of the kind of that 50s Hollywood style. You know, you love the Brown Derby. You know, it'd be neat to get some pictures, you know, around the Brown Derby.
Oh, Brian and Aon.
Um,
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it.
but yeah,
Um,
Jillian she said one thing to note is they have seemingly not advertised that you will be able to enter early for this. You know, I would think that they probably will end up doing that, but it's intriguing. Jeanette says it's 1 hour shorter. It says you can get in at 7 on the Walt Disney World page. Okay, so that's good to know.
it says you can get in at 7.
Okay, it's 1 hour. Okay, never mind. It's 1 hour shorter. It was not for her. Okay, technically. Okay, all right. There we go. Anyway, we'll figure out the details on that as
The
we.
logistics, yeah. Tina,
Yeah.
we may have to take a really hard look at this one.
Very
But
intrigued
that sounds
by
like
this.
fun.
I love Hollywood Studios. Here's the thing, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. I loved Hollywood Studios before they added Toy Story Land and before they added Galaxy's Edge. um,
Right,
I've
right.
always loved Toy Story Land, or I've always loved Hollywood Studios. Sorry. And so,
Preach, preach.
this is no, I'm not a, people back in the day said, oh, Hollywood Studios is the half day park, and to that I'd say pish posh, if you will. No, I thoroughly enjoyed Hollywood Studios back in the day prior to the expansions. So, for them to have added Toy Story and Star Wars after the fact, I only love that park that much more ever since then. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm
agree,
thrilled.
100%.
I'm thrilled
100%.
for this event.
We have never set foot in Hollywood Studios and thought we're only going to spend half a day here.
Yeah.
And you're right about that. I love the vibe. I've always loved the vibe, and it intrigues me that they are really maybe picking up on that Hollywood
kind of leaning into it.
With this event. Yeah, they're leaning into it. And I absolutely love it. My ears are slipping, y'all. Sorry. But yes, this will sell out. I think it will. I think it will sell out pretty fast, Tina.
I mean, just from this promotional picture, you can see people in dresses with tuxes and, the little, what are they? Not little sash, but, the little, like, not really a towel, but the little thing that ladies wear around their arms, kind of that drapes across their back.
Like a shawl.
Like a shawl. And so just from looking at this promotional picture, it does look like it's intended to be kind of a high class event, if you will.
Fun. Well, and you could figure that out. Like I'm thinking, I'm thinking maybe.
I mean, I'm sure there'll probably be plenty of people in the tuxedo T-shirts.
Oh,
probably as well.
Yes. Well, kind of like we do for Dapper Days.
Yeah.
I mean, people figure out how to dress dapper, and yet still
okay.
For the parks. So I would think you could do that here. I'm thinking a dress with the little shorts underneath it, like a culotte dress, or something like that. I think it would be tons of fun. Keeping in mind that the temperature is not sweltering.
Yes.
In November, December too. So,
Jillian says, so this is confirmed. Jollywood starts at 8:30, which we said 8:30 to 12:30, but you can enter no earlier than 7. Very Merry, you can enter at 4, but it technically starts at 7.
So right.
So you're paying a lot for a smaller amount of time. Jillian says, honestly, love Hollywood Studios, but that is pricey for the time, and honestly wouldn't want to dress up in the parks. Yeah, I get that.
I would.
When you're doing a comparison between, if you're like, and we'd have to go through and do a comparison on the numbers. I don't know if you have prices also in the slideshow for Very Merry or not.
I do.
Well, there we go.
I don't know if I have prices or not.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I think I've just got dates for Very Merry, but
you're good. Thanks.
Jeanette said it too. It will probably sell out. It will probably sell out, and I would. Again, there are ways. I mean, I'm not going to wear. I'm not going to wear what I wore to your wedding, William, to Jollywood Nights. But again, people figure out how to do Dapper Day without, comfortably. And I think you could do just, we have blingy ears, and I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff, that all kinds of good options that we could. It
would be really funny since, the Star Wars, since Batuu is open, it would be funny to see people come dressed in like Star Wars dress attire.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Shut the front door.
Russ said, I hope they dress Kylo Ren in a Santa suit on Rise. That would be quite the overlay. Man, the Star Wars super fans would lose their minds if they'd be so mad if they did that, but it would be super funny regardless.
It would
You know, we are Star Wars. You know, we're big Star Wars fans. You know, it seems like, you know, quick sidebar. It seems like nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. But anyway, it would be. I I would get a good laugh at that. But anyway, I do wonder if, you know, I this kind of gets my mind, you know, my wheels turning a little bit, you know, if people could somehow incorporate a, you know, like Toy Story themed dress attire,
that just be.
you know,
Yeah, you
yeah.
have hit upon something, William. You have. Oh
Uh-huh.
my goodness.
Jillian says they make those dresses for women that are C3PO and BB-8, R2D2 as well. I could see that. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, you could go. I mean, what would be, I mean? You could do like, you know, camo, and you could like bedazzle your camo.
Yeah.
I think it would be
That's funny.
so great. I think that would be so great.
Yeah.
Brian and Ayod had a good point back up there. But the park is smaller than Magic Kingdom, so
Yeah.
less time,
Yeah.
but also less ground to cover. So that is very true. Yeah, that's very true.
Russ is on to something as well. You know, the ominous, you know, ominous quote that has been released is that they're, you know, they're going to do something with the Star Cruiser. You know, it's like, well, you know, I said, you know,
something is going to happen with the Star Cruiser.
Yeah, I was like, you know, if they dozered it to the ground, that would be something happening to the Star Cruiser. You know, it's like that could literally, that's completely open for interpretation. But yeah, Russ says, here's a serious question. I wonder if the Star Cruiser could be utilized for events like this. Maybe you're onto something there. You know, I've heard supposedly there's not just a ton of parking, you know, near the Star Cruiser. So I don't know what their plans are. You know, I don't think they are entirely sure what their plans are.
And of course, we're referring to the interview with the Points guy, where Chairman of Disney Parks Experience as Josh Tomorrow's handle is really long, y'all. Let me get it right. Chairman of Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products, Josh Tomorrow, said something will happen with Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Of course, it's permanently closing this year, but he said something will happen. So just so you know, guys, something will happen.
Yeah. So the 4th, you know, today's the 4th, you know, a couple more days is the 6th. So that's when tickets will go on sale to everyone, you know, not just, you know, the tickets have already, I think, sold some to resort guests. But I'm very intrigued by this event. I think it's really cool. You know, I love Hollywood Studios. And so, man, I don't know. You know, Tina kind of made a good point. You know, she said, you know, she's like, I don't like to necessarily attend the first, you know, the first of something. Right. Yeah. And so, you know, it's sometimes it does help for them to kind of hammer out the details, what they want it to look like, you know, give it some time for them to kind of, you know, test things out, see what works. But anyway, it's, I'm very intrigued by this event. It sounds really cool. I love Hollywood Studios, especially at that, you know, at when it's decorated for Christmas. And so, yeah, I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
Have a good night to you. Thanks for being here.
I love the concept and the direction you're going with it. I'm really anxious to see. Tina, we will talk. We might have to ditch the guys twice to go to this, but
Brian and Iad said, I would love if they expanded Halloween and Christmas parties to all 4 parks. That way it gives people an option to rotate events since they don't change that much year to year. That's a good point. That's a good idea. Welcome in, Kay.
Second one, maybe they're kind of testing the waters on this.
Yeah.
Brian and Iad.
Maybe on to something there.
Yeah. So, so paying full price for the dress rehearsal. Well, and this, you know, and I'll have to say, I think, you know, now it does not mention fireworks. I really feel like if they're going to do this, that there will be fireworks of some kind or some kind of a or at least a projection show, even
Yeah.
with scaled down fireworks. But I feel like they will do some sort of a nighttime spectacular for this. But yeah, it's very intriguing. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be people going to it. Tina and I may be attending together, so just stay tuned. But yeah, I love the idea, guys. I'm already planning. I'm already planning to like bedazzle my rise resistance camo jacket and put sequins on my chewy ears. I can do it. I think yeah, absolutely.
Jillian said, I thought they announced a special show in the Chinese theater for this. They may have.
Oh, okay. They may have.
I haven't checked out all the details yet.
Read anything? Yeah, you've probably read more than I have, Jillian.
Let's see. What was I going to say? There was one other thing I was going to mention here. I'm sure it'll come to me. But yes, very excited
Jingle
about
Bell,
this.
Jingle Bam.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there's a show. I remember Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, but I wasn't sure if that was like some sort of like concert or live performance or what.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, I will say, Jillian and I have seen. We watched World of Color, whenever we went to Disneyland in 2017 for her birthday. We watched World of Color, and it was Christmas themed, and so they like synced up it's one of the Disney Christmas specials. They synced up that with like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and it was super cool. They did a great job, in kind of meshing, some of the Christmas songs together with kind of moments in Disney film and TV shows and stuff. And so we really enjoyed that, and so I would like to see them, kind of mold that and use the Chinese theater for a really neat projection show. Let's see. Jillian says they've done it before too, so it's not necessarily new. It's the return of Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell. Huh. I'll have to see if I can find a video on YouTube of that. Brian Ed said it's projection and fireworks, but I love the the special fireworks shows for Christmas and
absolutely.
And then also Halloween as well. We we actually there's a stream on the channel. Is it a stream or did I vlog it? I can't remember. Of the minis Christmas time fireworks show.
It's a vlog.
It's a vlog. Okay. On the channel. So if you're if this gets you in the mood,
playlist, y'all check it out.
Yeah. And so anyway, I digress. But yeah, I'm excited. For this event. I hope it's awesome. I love Hollywood Studios, and so Brian and Iad may be onto something. Potential expansion into other parks to
that's true.
Have their own Christmas parties. So yeah, I hope it's awesome.
Dipping their toe in, they're testing the water with this one, guys. So
anything else on this one?
Nope, that's it. Next, we're keeping our eye on that one, guys. So swapping holidays. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and of course this one we love this one so very much. Here are the dates on this one.
They're really doing a November 1st showing, or they're really doing a very very Christmas party on Not So Scary Halloween Party on November 1st.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
They absolutely are. So Tina and I were talking about this, and
man, they'd already stretched it into August. I mean,
yeah. So
it's been that way for a while now, but still, like that's crazy. That only means that November 1st. It's going to take them that much longer to tear everything down because it's not like it used to be, where one day it was all Halloween and the next day it was Christmas. So anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Jillian said they always do that at least one or two after Halloween. I'd forgotten that. Christmas on Pandora. Hey, I'm all for it. Now I will say this: they do dress up the big mech, the big mech suit outside of Satuli Canteen in the
They
gift shop.
do.
They do put a little Santa beard and hat on him.
Okay.
And so
And
that's pretty funny.
Gertie the dinosaur over on Echo, she gets a
Yeah,
Santa hat.
little Santa hat.
So yeah.
There you go.
Christmas on Pandora. Well, say since there were, the story is that there are Americans on Pandora. Naturally, there would be Christmas on Pandora.
There you go.
Yeah. I did not get price ranges on these.
Jillian said, do they do the same thing with their Christmas parties? She thought there were some after Christmas too. I didn't think so. But I could be wrong.
No, I think, and I've got the dates on the next slide. I've got the dates for the Christmas party, so we'll look at that in just a second. But the first one is August 11th, guys.
Yeah.
The first Very Merry Christmas party is August 11th. They run August, September, October, all the way to November 1. So pick out a date. Go.
You got options.
Jillian can book these for you. You got plenty of options there. Oogie Boogie Bash at Disneyland just about broke the internet. I did read that, and Jillian mentioned it too on the first day that those tickets went up for sale. And Halloween may be sold out. We've got to confirm that, I think. But and Jillian may have confirmed it. But Jillian can book these for you guys.
Yes.
Her information. She's a Mickey Travels travel agent, and her contact information is in the description of this video below.
Yep.
So Halloween, $139 to $189. Okay. So that's not bad. Yeah. Halloween, $139 to $189, and they have the surge pricing. Your more popular nights are going to be the higher price at $189, which I would not pay.
Jillian, I wonder if you had. I was going to ask Jillian if she still had the email from when she got our tickets in 2017. I'd love to know what she paid for that. I don't know. She's probably not a pack rat like me. I keep on the emails from years ago, and so anyway, I was wondering if she may have still had the email ticket confirmation receipt for what she paid. So yeah, $139 to $189. There. So you got options. Obviously, October 31st is probably going to be a $189.
Now, I remember in 2019, William, I paid $89 for my
there you go.
So Scary Halloween Party ticket. I paid $89 in 2019. So there's kind of a reference for you there.
Ouch.
Yeah. So what did Jillian come up with?
She said October 31st is totally sold out, but the rest are available at Magic Kingdom. Oogie Boogie Bash has to be called into Disney to purchase, so I'm not sure about that.
Not sure about that one. And that one may be sold out for Halloween, I'm sure.
Jillian said in 2017 the prices were $99 to $139. So
yeah.
So it's the high end of the tickets is $50 more expensive than it used to be.
Yeah, it's now the high. What used to be the high end is now the low end. It's like, So oh boy. At any rate, that's also DVC, Disney Vacation Club members, and Walt Disney World annual pass holders. You may purchase specially priced tickets for a $10 discount on select dates. So you can also check that out. Next, of course, is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party dates. Prices there range from $99 to $189 per guest. Under age 3, of course, is free. Resort guests can book now for the Christmas party. Other guests can begin booking on July 6th for that one.
Thursday.
So that's coming up pretty quick. These are the dates. Not as many dates for the Christmas party as for these end on the 22nd, y'all. Where the Halloween party, you can actually go in on Halloween, and I'm sure that's out of consideration for cast members.
Yeah.
You know, the Christmas parties of the last one is on the 22nd. So,
Yeah.
of course, you can still go to the parks on Christmas. They just don't have the Christmas parade. AP needs to be a 30% discount. It does. It does. So
Yeah.
there are your prices for that.
I love the Very Merry Christmas Party. The hot chocolate, you know, is always fantastic. I've never gotten a bad cup of hot chocolate at the Christmas party.
Yeah, they do. They do a nice job with it. I'm gonna attend this year. It's just a matter of, you know, what date I can get. I've never done a Christmas party. I've done the Halloween party twice. Absolutely love it. You know, per our channel name, we love, you know, that time of year. We love the Haunted Mansion. But I am definitely going to check out the Christmas party this year if everything goes well. So there are your dates, and if you are interested in booking the Christmas party, booking is open. Jillian is booking now for resort guests, for Walt Disney World resort guests. All other guests who are staying off property can begin booking on Thursday. So, which is the 6th. So, and of course, July 28th, guys, the Haunted Mansion movie, the new Haunted Mansion movie comes out. Wow, we're excited about this one. It looks interesting. I have high hopes for it. I'm keeping an open mind. Jamie Lee Curtis, Owen Williams, and Lakeith Stanfield visited Disneyland to promote the Haunted Mansion movie. They dressed up like cast members for the Haunted Mansion. I thought this was so cute. There's Jamie Lee Curtis. She plays Madame Leota, and she is dressed up as a ghost hostess. Yeah. And then at the top there's Owen Wilson, and they're the stars, which is just, I thought that was really cool. That they were there. Would love to have. And these pictures look like they're kind of candids, you know, people who, you know, photo credit goes to Walt Disney World News Today, and one of their reporters took these. But yeah, pretty cool that they were there for this.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it definitely. And yeah, Russ brings up a great point here.
Yeah.
You know, we were supposed to get the Hatbox Ghost. I can't remember what the timing I can't remember the timing we were given. But Russ said, I wonder if the Hatbox Ghost will materialize at Walt Disney World. I thought it was supposed to be sometime this year, but I'm not sure.
Well, you know, we talked about it too, Russ, at least by Halloween. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't come in for this movie release, I would think it would be there at least by Halloween.
And so the other thing that I was wondering, and I had asked Jillian about it, I said, you know, will they be so bold as to make the Hatbox Ghost look like the one in Disneyland, or are they going to cross their fingers and hope that this movie is a smash hit and go ahead and make it look like whatever the Hatbox Ghost would look like in this movie? So that's what I'm wondering about.
Jillian's thinking they said summer.
I thought they may have too.
Oh, hey.
You know, I was trying to remember the timeline. You know, because I mean we still have Moana. You know, got Guardians previously, got Tron previously. You know, so there was this, you know, Up in the Lamp, you know, addition to the Haunted Mansion. You know, that was one thing that the Disneylanders had always kind of, you know, mentioned. It's like, oh, well, we've got the Hatbox Ghost, you know, in our Haunted Mansion. And so anyway, that's not something they'll be able to hold over Disney Worlders heads anymore. Yeah. So, but anyway, I hope it's awesome. You know, I don't know. It definitely looks more intense. It looks scarier than the Eddie Murphy
It does. Go to
Haunted
that
Mansion
next slide. There's a
just from
picture
the
of
trailers.
Owen Wilson.
Oh,
Yeah, and
that's
his
cool.
dressed as a ghost host. Look how
That's
sharp he
cool.
looks.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah, it does. It looks more intense. Parts of it look more intense, but there's still scenes of humor. There, the trailer is out. The trailer is available if you want to go look that up and watch the trailer. So it's going to be interesting, y'all. We've had the Eddie Murphy version of the Haunted Mansion, which I love, by the way. I just love it. And then we had the Muppets Haunted Mansion, which was really, really cute. And now we've got this version. So we'll see. We'll see what they, which direction they've gone with it. It does not look like a kid movie. Just have to
have a good night, Dean. Happy Independence Day to you as well.
So much, Dean. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is a great shot. It's really neat.
Yeah, Jared Leto is the Hatbox Ghost.
Speaking of the Haunted Mansion, we have some merchandise that'll be coming out soon.
We do. We're really excited about this one. This is they have 2 collections coming out, and this, of course, is in connection with the release of the movie. The Haunted Mansion Classic Collection and the Trend Collection of merch are both arriving on July the 10th. And here is a teaser. This Dooney and Burke bag is just, well, y'all, I'm going to have one. I just absolutely love this. The colors are great in this. It's very, has all the classic, has Madame Leota. It's just a great print. And then this is a special doll. Look how pretty this doll is, a collectible doll. It's how sweet the little bride is with her hatchet. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Kat Cressida, who is the voice of the blushing bride, Constance Hatchaway. But yeah, this specialty doll that's going to be offered, a collectible doll. So that's kind of cool. I've never, haven't really seen them do anything quite like this before. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This will be available on Shop Disney July the 10th, this collection. So be sure and watch for that. So we're looking forward to.
Welcome in, Amy. Thanks for being here.
Oh, hey, Amy. Thanks so much.
Amy, we walked through the Jollywood Nights, Not So Scary, and the Very Merry Christmas Party dates tonight, and price ranges.
And Jollywood Nights, is the new one from Hollywood Studios. So, and y'all, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is out. Jeff wants to see this one with me, so we'll probably wait until we'll probably go see this one on Friday. Or I would have already gone, but he wants to go, and I wanted to wait for him. So I
have seen this one has been much more well received than especially with regular audiences versus the critics. I did see. I think the critics gave it like in the 60s, maybe like 69. Out of 100. And then I think that I'd seen that regular audiences had given it like an 89 or so.
Hey, Nick. Nick. I'm sure Nick's going to weigh in.
And so, anyway, I'm optimistic. I did hear that, at Cannes, or however you say it, CANNES, whatever that, film thing's called, that it wasn't, I don't think that or this or Elemental were very well received there. And so anyway, regardless, I'm excited for Harrison Ford.
Jillian, if bless your heart, if that's the only one you've ever seen, oh my gosh, William, this needs to be rectified.
I know I have all the Indiana Jones movies dialed up in my stuff right now on Disney Plus. And I've been meaning to watch them.
It's your homework. You have to watch the good ones.
Yeah.
You have to watch the good ones. Okay, so Nick's got an here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ said it was
I
okay.
trust Nick's opinion on movies, so I don't like this.
Yeah,
Little trepidatious there. I
yeah,
will say that neither Russ nor Nick are women. And that makes a difference with Indiana Jones movies
yeah,
because who doesn't want to look at Harrison Ford, for 2 hours? I love him. To me, Harrison Ford to me, and y'all have heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it again, is one of the last, what I would call big Hollywood screen actors. One of the big name Hollywood screen actors. I feel that way about him. So many, it seems like, of the people who are acting in movies don't carry that. I don't know. They just don't have that same presence.
yeah,
They're Hollywood stars, and then there are big Hollywood stars. And to
yeah.
me, he's one of the last really big Hollywood stars. I adore him. If he wants to do Indiana Jones, Indiana Jones and the wheelchair of destiny, I will watch it. So just
Yeah,
bring it on. I'll come. So absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the main critique that I've seen of this one is apparently, that his co-star gets more screen time than she ought to. And
Ah,
so that's been the main, point of
boo.
criticism that I've seen, is that she got a little bit more shine than she really should have.
Ah,
Because I
okay.
mean it's Indiana Jones for a reason, Uh,
Well, and I will say this. That's one. Uh, Hang on, guys. Is that? I don't know if
yeah.
the cat is. I don't know if the cat's into something or what. But now that's one. You know, what do we say? Proviso about Indiana Jones movies. They have never gotten the leading lady right
Mm,
in all of the movies. I'm sorry, but the leading ladies are never right. They're
mm,
always wrong. Um, you know, I don't need to be tacky here, but come on
yeah.
now. We could have cast a lot better. The little blonde that was in the Temple of Doom was terrible. Um, so
Yeah.
no, and I don't mean to be tacky, but she just wasn't right for the part.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. So at any rate, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm not going to pick it apart. I'm
Yeah.
just going to enjoy the fact that I get to watch Harrison Ford for 2 hours and
Yeah.
that he's reprising this role probably for the last time. He said this is probably going to be his last. Yeah, Kate
Yeah.
Capshaw. There you go. That's who I would thank you, Nick. Yeah, Kate Capshaw
Yeah.
was terrible. So at any rate, I haven't liked any of them, Russ.
Yeah.
I haven't liked any of them, but I do like Indiana Jones, and yeah, it's fantastic. So last but not least, well, I don't know if this is last or not.
Also, I'll say it. I'll say it again. The day that I found out that the ride track for Dinosaur and Indiana Jones at Disneyland are the same, I was immediately very frustrated and disappointed to hear that fact, because I was like, for real? I was
Really?
like, they got they got Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
and we got stuck with Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Like, seriously?
What the heck?
And so anyway, Jillian and I rode that ride as many times as we could. It's so good.
It is.
I've heard that they've
It's
made some updates that I think it had a closure there for somewhat recently, and that there have been some updates that have been made to the ride. So I'm really looking forward to riding it again. On the next trip to Disneyland.
wow. Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it is fantastic. To think that it's the same ride track, same basic ride vehicle.
yeah,
It's just different theming is a testament, y'all,
yeah.
to what theming can do for
Oh,
the
oh,
exact
no
same
question.
ride.
No
Oh
question.
my goodness. Crazy difference. Crazy difference. And what if they turn it into Zootopia? I would prefer Zootopia. Now I'll have to say, and we'll get back to what we're talking about here. I know we're running a rabbit. I enjoy Dinosaur. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate Dinosaur.
Dinosaur's fine, but it ain't Indy.
I don't hate it. It's okay. It desperately needs to be updated. Make it Indy. Give us Indy. Oh my goodness. Give us Indy. Wow. I think that would make Walt Disney World fans and guests so ridiculously happy.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is change the theming. I realize it's kind of a tall order, but not really for Disney.
I mean, is it at this point? At this point, is Dinosaur the ride at Disney? At Disney World proper, at Disney World itself, is it the ride that is, I guess, most associated with a piece of intellectual property produced by Disney that is least known about? I question how many people even know there was a dinosaur movie.
That there was a dinosaur movie, exactly. Most people don't even realize that there was a dinosaur movie associated with that ride. They just think it's a dinosaur ride because Dino Land is in Animal, and it's Animal Kingdom. So,
I just wondered if that's at this point the most obscure
Tina says at least
ride associated with a movie.
Oh my, yeah. Once you have ridden Indiana Jones at Disneyland, oh my gosh, Dinosaur, wow, it just kind of falls flat, y'all. It really does.
Yeah.
Maybe they will at some point. I think they will. I think they will. I think they will. Russ, you are dangerously close to losing your status as an adjunct to Hitchhiking Bone. I want you to know that.
Amy says, "Remember, it was countdown to extinction first." Interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, really, Amy? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Look at
Amy. Did they change the ride much, Amy, from countdown to extinction to dinosaur? Anyway, moving on. Let us know, Amy. I was wondering how different the ride was, from countdown to extinction to dinosaur.
Yeah. Let's just forget all of it. Change it to Indy. Let's just fix all that. Just fix all that.
Okay. Tina says no, same ride. We do have Genie Plus related updates. And I'm meh about this one. It's nice if you're going to Animal Kingdom.
Jillian, we're glad to have you.
It's okay. Amy says the storyline was different. Okay, that makes sense.
Storyline. Okay.
So if you're going to Animal Kingdom, if you're like us, at this point, we're Jillian and I are not amongst the high and mighty, like Mom is now, with her annual pass. And so whenever we're going on.
They still have to go in with the riffraff.
Yes, we do. Welcome in, Elena. Aloha to you. I hope you had a great birthday.
Aloha. Hi, Elena.
So we're going in on 1 day tickets. 1 day, one park. Well, I say 1 day, one park. We're going in on one park tickets. Like for example, this past trip we had 5 one park tickets, 5 day one park tickets. So this would save you a little bit of money. On your Epcot or Animal Kingdom days. It looks like, just looking at the screen here, save you a little bit of money compared to Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. But if you're park hopping, it's gonna hit you in the pocketbook a little bit heavier. Just here from the example on the screen, you've got $27 per guest. to have access to Genie Plus for multiple parks. So anyway,
Okay,
it
so
goes.
try to now, William. I know that you and Jillian have talked this through.
Yeah.
Explain to me how this works. If okay, okay, so if you're just doing one park, then you hope it's Animal Kingdom because
Yeah.
it's $16 a guest straight across the board. Okay.
Yep.
The rub comes in with annual pass holders who might park hop and guests who have purchased park hopper tickets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. You
Okay,
just have to go multiple parks.
Okay. So if you had park hopper ticket, now Sam, I think they're going to run into some issues with this because
Well, I think they will too, because you're going to have people that buy it, whether they mean to or not.
And then they decide not to park hop, or they're not able to
or
park
they decide to park hop, and then it's like, okay, well, how do I pay the difference? And they're going to be like, well, you can't.
Right.
And so, anyway, yeah, Jillian said these prices change daily too, so heads up on that.
Yeah.
So
See, that just come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's that they're really, it does help if you're going to a park that where Genie Plus isn't as expensive. But I do think that they're going to run into issues like you said, people that go, yeah. And Jillian said, people are for sure going to have, for sure going to have people who buy Magic Kingdom, but they end up going to Epcot instead. And so, I think that's really what throws a wrench in all of this.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah.
That would be my, or what about somebody, okay, I go to Animal Kingdom. Okay, so we're going to start out at Animal Kingdom. We're going to end up at Magic Kingdom. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's our plan. All right. So we purchased the multiple parks ticket.
Yep.
But then the afternoon, something happens. We're not able to go to Magic Kingdom. We just paid $27 for the multiple park,
Yeah.
Genie Plus, and didn't use it.
Yeah.
So then we're going to go to guest services and say, hey, we didn't use it. You can check to see that we did not, sign in. We had something come up. We changed our minds. We decided to go eat at Chewy's instead.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Yeah.
I want the difference back. See, this is what I really think. They're going to run into problems with this, especially with the prices changing daily. This is, why is it, y'all? Why is it that Disney seems bent on making things more complicated?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to smooth out the guest experience, so we're not spending all of our time on the phone.
Yeah.
So I
and that's what the problem, to me is that, back in the day, back in my day, you used to be able to pick your 3 rides, 60 days out. And so, it just, you had that to look forward to. It's like, okay, I know I'm going to do these 3 rides. I know they're going to be at these times, and I could kind of plan out the rest of my day around that. I think a lot of the issue with, Genie Plus is that you got to be on your phone all the time to book the next experience because, it's already, the cost of a Disney vacation is already fairly expensive regardless. And so you're on the hook for the admission cost, plus eating, merchandise, yada, 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 before you ever think about Genie Plus or an individual Lightning Lane. And so, people want to and feel obligated to get as much as they possibly can out of Genie Plus. And so in order to do that, you're at the mercy of the genie. You know,
Yes. Essentially.
essentially, rather than the genie working for you, which is how they pitched it, you are at the mercy of the genie. It's like, okay, well, I've got to try to get as many experiences as I can in, because I paid X number of dollars for this. And so that's really to me one of the key glaring issues between, as they transitioned away from Fast Pass to Genie Plus, is
Mhm.
that there's an extra added layer of stress, and people wanting to get to, like, hey, I've got these rides booked.
Oh, hey,
Um,
Liz, happy
hey,
Independence
welcome in.
Day.
It just, you're trying to get as much as you can in because you had to pay this extra amount of money for this service.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, and so
So
anyway,
there's some stress involved.
yeah,
Trying to get your money's worth. You already paid, a good bit for the park ticket. And I think, uh, it's just Jillian pointed out, one of the things that they were hearing guests say in the guest surveys, and if
yeah,
you get a chance to take those guest surveys, by all means do it, guys, because they listen. We hope they listen. They do,
yeah,
at least look at them. Was to One of the things that they were hearing guests say is, we don't want to be on our phones all day.
yeah,
We want to simplify. We want to simplify. So when they came out with this piece to Genie Plus, this change to Genie Plus,
yeah,
it was under the guise of reducing our time on our phones, which
yeah,
to me is kind of laughable.
yeah. Well, I
All
mean,
you did was make it more complicated.
it was meant to like give you tips. Like it was meant to be for people who are less Disney literate than we are. For people
Yes.
to say, oh, let me bring up my app and see what's close. Like, hey, I'm hungry. Let me bring up my app and see, oh, well, there's a snack cart nearby. I can get some popcorn. I could get a churro. I could get a Dole Whip. Or,
Right.
hey, I could go have a sit down meal somewhere, or, I got Tortuga Tavern, here looks like it's pretty close. Um, it was pitched to be more of a tool to help people, navigate their way through the park versus what it's turned into, which has been, a cash grab, and an unfair replacement for Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, and I will have to say, I will bring up that, that shadowy place that's far, far away that's building a new park,
yeah,
folks. Their system is not nearly this complicated.
mm,
It's just not. Um, and I am hoping to. Well, I'm not hoping. I am planning to spend some time at Universal, at least a few days at Universal, and possibly more.
yeah,
To just to Because it's been so long since we've been. I want to see what the comparison is.
yeah,
I really want to see what the comparison is.
yeah.
Let's see. Previous comment.
But
Let's see.
anyway, yeah, for this, specifically for this update, you know, they previously you're paying one price. Maybe this is meant to encourage people that are, that are there locally to be like, hey, I only have to pay $16. I'm going to Animal Kingdom. I only got it's only $16 today. You know,
Right.
maybe they're hoping to get more, APs or locals to
Maybe
use
so.
Genie Plus. Maybe it's a shot in the dark, but I definitely see where they're going to run into issues here, especially for people who have used it previously and now they've made this update. And so I think it's going to throw some people off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and Russ brings us back around to the original.
Yeah.
Advertisement for Genie Plus. Oh, remember all this, guys? We can look back in the the archives and find our very first show on Genie Plus when this was made. They built this as something to make suggestions in order to help new first timers navigate the parks. It was supposed to be so helpful and give you information and blah blah blah. And I will and I will directly quote AJ. I will never forget the first video that AJ from Disney Food Blog did on Genie Plus. And basically, she said her opening statement, you can look it up. I just immediately put me on the floor laughing. Was, I and all of my team just kind of sat and looked at the wall for an hour. And then we decided we had to try to figure this out. I mean, that's how. And the show that we did on Genie Plus, if y'all remember, we had Kelly, Kelly on.
The Mickey Bunch.
She's a fan of Kelly the Mickey Bunch. Was so much fun, but all of the things that we said then have aged really well.
Yeah,
let's just put it like that. So we'll see. How this works out, guys.
Yeah.
I just. At this point, you gotta wonder who's driving this vehicle.
Yeah.
Who is driving? Stop, Disney. Please stop making things complicated. Please stop. It's not as if in for 50 years you have not been able to meet guest expectations and exceed guest expectations on guest experience. That's one of the big things. Walt was big on it. It was his whole shtick. Come on, Disney.
I'd rather go back to having a fast pass, designated fast pass runner. Everybody hand your ticket. Everybody hand your tickets to one person.
Yes.
Let them scramble over to Space Mountain, put all the tickets in. Scoop all the return fast pass stubs, and meet back up at the next ride.
That is it. Oh, hey, Dave.
Welcome in, Dave.
Absolutely. I would rather do that. I would totally rather do that. Give me the kiosks back over this nonsense. But yeah, so this is something you're going to have to watch for.
Yeah.
Guys, when you go into the parks, and this pricing that is listed here is an example. You have to check every day because it's going to be surge pricing, like tickets are. They change ticket prices. Ticket prices are different every day based on search. So at any rate, we'll see what happens with this one. I'm sure it won't be the last time we'll visit this topic.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate your
I just
comments.
It's just frustrating to me because it's you've already paid all this money for your trip, and it's like, oh well, now you have to budget that much more money,
Yes.
that or just plan to spend a significant amount of time in line, depending on when you go. So yeah, I mean, pick your poison.
Right.
But anyway.
Okay, so Jillian said, Oogie Boogie Bash broke the internet. They have suspended sales. They do not know when they will start back up. Now, that's interesting. Jillian, are they, they're in need of good technicians or, what the deal is to get this thing cranked back up. Or, I agree. Disney, get your IT fixed. Supposed to start back on Thursday, but they weren't able to. So,
Amy says I only used Genie Plus at Disneyland. It was built into my ticket. I never used at Disney World yet, just individual riding lanes. Yeah. And it's tough. You look at the price tag for some of this. It's like, I enjoyed Tron, but I did not enjoy Tron to pay $20 for it. It's like, I got my virtual queue. We got boarding group 1. on our last park day.
Yeah.
You
Kudos, by
know,
the way.
I enjoy Tron, but I will not pay $20 for that.
Oh, no, no.
I'll
No.
shell out 20 for Rise, but I will not shell out 20 for Tron just because it's new.
Right.
I do wonder how much success they're having with that.
Well, I do too. I do too, William. You know, and it's all in, what they're going for, William, is the first time guest
Yeah,
who goes to Disney every 5 years, and
yeah,
they and their family want to
or
ride it. They
less.
want to be guaranteed that they ride it, so they're going to pay the extra money. And uh, I mean, that may pan out for a while. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll have to see. According to our sources, they are not.
yeah,
They brought back APs. They're offering discounted room rates. They're offering bounce back deals,
yeah,
guys, where when you're at Disney, if you want to go ahead and book another Disney vacation, they'll give you, what is it, 20%, 20, 30%
yeah,
off, which is a good deal. Guys, they don't offer those deals unless they're having trouble filling rooms.
yeah.
So, yeah. So,
I
no,
think
I
it's a
would not pay
sign
that
that
extra.
things are slowing down a bit.
Yeah, they're slowing down.
So
And we predicted that with,
yeah,
the end of the 50th anniversary celebration, plus
yeah.
the end of all the revenge travel from the blip.
By the way, I
We
did have a whole lot of fun. I did I saw many different Magic Band plus waving styles while we were there, as people were waving their wrists at the statue. Some people went like, they went with the wax on, wax off, you know, Karate Kid style, like this, and then other people went with the tennis backhand, if you will, you know, as they were, trying to wave their wrists to get the statue to respond. My preferred style, and the one that seemed to work best for me, was the John Cena "You Can't See Me," and so that was my preferred Magic Band Plus wave at the statues.
You can't say this. You can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely, you can do some pretty
So
quality people watching
funny.
if people walked up to those statues and waved their wrist all around. The one that we had trouble getting was Abu, and so Abu is, as you walk into Adventureland, he's there to the right up above on the bridge, and so we had a little bit of trouble getting Abu. And sometimes those sensors are not like right in front of the statue; they're actually a little bit further out. Yeah, Jillian said, "I don't even think you have to wave. Some just went off as you walked by."
That's true.
Dave said, "Just stand there, mind set statues off." And so, yeah. But anyway,
goodness.
it was highly entertaining
I
to
do
watch people wave their wrist at the statues.
Yeah, I usually went with the Pocahontas.
Yeah. With the Wingapo.
The Wingapo, yeah.
Yeah. Or at the end of the movie, she just.
But there are various.
Man, I'm surprised no one has made an edit of Pocahontas waving her wrist with a Magic Band Plus on.
Right.
I'm surprised that has not popped up on social media somewhere yet.
I know it. Yeah, I just went with the Wingapo one, but you are right. There are varied techniques. There are various waving.
People just like they got, they're being attacked by a fly or something like that. People slinging their wrist around. It is very entertaining to see people trying to set the statues off.
Okay, do you care to explain exactly what you're talking about? Because my sisters may not have a clue
Yes.
what you're
So
talking
where's my band? Uh, do I have my
about.
band? We got here.
So for the 50,
I
well,
haven't
for the
shown my
50th,
band off yet. All right, hold on. Let me go.
that's right. Yeah.
Let, yeah.
For the 50th,
So here's
you
the.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Nothing can
I want to
stop
steal
us
your
now.
thunder.
This is the end of the slideshow.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Runaway Railway. The
The end.
end as you walk out
The end.
of the cartoon here. I'll remove this from the stream. So here's my fancy new Magic Band. Thank you, Mom. So
You
this
are
is
so
my
welcome.
first Magic Band Plus. Got Phantasmic here. On the one side, you've got Sorcerer Mickey and the Maleficent Dragon and some flames in the background. Pretty sweet right here. So Maleficent Dragon, Sorcerer Mickey, flames. Pretty sweet. The other side, obviously, this one is themed after the Disneyland iteration of Phantasmic because you have the
Yeah,
pirates ship.
that is so cool, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
I'll have to say they are killing it with the Magic Band Plus, or yeah, the Magic
And
Band
so,
Plus.
anyway, there are
Artwork.
statues at Walt Disney World for the 50th celebration, the 18-month celebration that ended in March. And so people would walk up to these statues and they, your wrist vibrates here. This has a little light, little LED in it. You can actually, on the app, you can actually change the color scheme.
So the bands are interactive.
Of your LEDs.
Right.
This one has red to purple because of the rest of the band is obviously red and purple. And so
that's a good looking band.
Yeah. And so thanks again for it. I do wish that I would have gotten the 50th one as well. But who knows? Maybe I'll be able to track it down.
Yeah, that pattern.
Just because I love that has Walt and Mickey there in the middle.
Yeah.
The partner statue. But anyway, people approach these statues and they interact with you. And so people, would approach these statues, your band, as you get close to one, your band lights up and kind of vibrates a little bit. And so, supposedly, like we've said in the chat, supposedly you shouldn't even have to walk, wave your wrist at the statue anyway. Supposedly you should just set off as you're kind of passing by it. And so, thank you, WDW Explore and Chill. They have some cool designs, I must say. The Iron Man one, Tony Stark Iron Man one is awesome. I love that one.
The artwork is fantastic. WDW on these Magic, they're killing it with they are.
And so I was torn. There were a few that I like. There's a couple Star Wars ones that I like. I like the
one with Ahsoka on it, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you've got. So I'm a big fan of the 50th one with Walt and Mickey on it. But anyway, people would approach these statues and they'd wave their wrist around all crazy. It's like Chris. Chris does the wave.
They're trying to set off the motion sensor because the statues are interactive, and so the motion sensor on the band is supposed to make the statue sing or play music or do whatever it does.
Yes.
And there are several statues in each park that were dedicated for the 50 golden statues in each park. So they're interactive with these Magic Band Pluses, and that's what William's talking about.
Yeah.
There's different waving styles to get
so people are trying to
make the statue talk or sing or whatever.
Exactly. And so, some people wave at them, like this. And then, some people, they do all sorts of crazy, like they're trying to swat a fly. Some people
Tina
go with
Tina says she went with the Mickey's PhilharMagic and the band director.
Oh, there you go. Like one of these. There some people with you don't need to see my identification. Kind of the
the Jedi mind trick.
Jedi mind trick style. I went with the John Cena "You Can't See Me" was my preferred.
I went with Wingapo.
Yeah, Mom went with the Wingapo. And so people all had all sorts of different waving.
Techniques. The way.
That's funny. So Jillian has Jillian's come up with a quick edit here. Let me turn my ring light on. With a quote from the Pocahontas movie. And she has the Stitch 50th statue in the background next to Pocahontas. So Pocahontas has a Magic Band Plus on with a quote from John Smith from the movie that says, "Come on, men, we didn't come all this way just to look at it." So there you go. Hot off the press.
There you go.
Jillian's come up with a meme for the 50th statues.
Oh my goodness, too funny.
And so, anyway, yeah, people have all sorts of crazy waving styles, which apparently does not do you much good. In some cases, all to no avail. Although it is entertaining, nevertheless.
It is very entertaining. It is very entertaining. Yeah, that was great. Oh my goodness, you will sing now, statue.
There you go. And like I said, some of the pay attention to your band because it'll vibrate as you're passing something, and so it'll let you know when you're in range. Because we asked a cast member, we said like, how do we set a boo off because we weren't we had trouble getting him to play, and so anyway. It was
right, Tina.
We had a lot of fun watching people wave their wrist around.
Watching people is more entertaining than the statue.
The other thing that I mentioned to Mom was I was like, granted I don't have the Play Disney app on my phone, but I was like they should 100% like make it to where it keeps track of stuff like that on your app. Just be like, okay, like here are all the statues in this park. Like here are the ones that you've marked off, the ones that you've waved at, interacted with, and so it should be kind of like a scavenger hunt.
Yes, now that's an excellent idea, William.
And the other thing too, I was like, there's other things that they could use this for. You could do the Pirates adventure, keep track of which Pirates adventures you've done. Okay, so Russ says they do have that wheel, so maybe it's just me. Maybe I just need to download the Play Disney app. Okay. So Jeanette said the Play Disney app did keep track during the 50th. Okay. I wonder if that's still in place. I wonder if that's a situation where I could sync up my band with the app. Okay.
And see which one.
All right.
I see my band is synced. So
see, I want to know. I guess I need to download the Play Disney app and see whether or not that's captured. Because I was like, if not, like that's. They want people to buy these, versus the old ones.
Right.
My other critique of the Jillian says I deleted my Play Disney app when we had use our phones so much for Genie Plus because it was killing my battery. Yeah.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
One other thing I wanted to mention was Mom has a few Magic Bands, and I want to know in the chat. Looks like we got roughly 10 people here. Do you have a Magic Band that makes any special noises or turns the tap style any color other than green? Because I fell down this rabbit hole. Here we go. Russ, I'll read that one in just a second once I finish this thought. I fell down a rabbit hole with the other day. I was like, there are Magic Bands, not these, not the new ones. There are Magic Bands from back in the day, years past, that light up the tap style a different color, or play a special sound. And so, and Tina says mine does.
We're talking about Magic Bands and Magic Band 2.
Yes.
Is that what they call them?
I think 2? It's Magic Band and Magic Band 2.
We're talking about the older.
So not the Magic Band Plus.
I have 4 actually that are interactive. because they were special editions and
Limited editions. Apparently, it seems to be something to do with certain limited edition Magic Bands.
Yes, that and I you want me to go get them, William? I have
If they're new, if they're near, where you can get to them. Sorry, I was
yeah,
reading.
they are. They are.
Yeah, if you can get to them easily, then I'll go ahead. Feel free to step away for a second. But I fell down this rabbit hole the other night because I was like, why in the world? I was like, they're selling these things. They want people to buy these newfangled ones, if you will. I was like, why in the world? If some of these older Magic Bands can like play a cool sound or turn the tap style a different color, I was like, why in the world do they have not extended that to these newer Magic Band Pluses? Was my question. I know that when you tap the style, you can like change, like I mentioned earlier, you can change the LED lighting scheme color, like the color scheme on your Magic Band Plus, but that doesn't impact the tap style at all. Like if you're doing park admission, if you're doing tapping in for lightning lane or individual lightning lane, it doesn't impact any of those. And so anyway, that was my question, and then I asked Mom because I was like, I'm pretty sure Mom has some limited edition Magic Bands that play a different sound or light up the tap style as you enter into the park. You tap your wrist, you put your finger on there to get your fingerprint read for park admission. And so anyway, that's I fell down that rabbit hole doing kind of a Google search. So based off of what I was able to find, apparently from like around 2014, 2015-ish, when they first rolled out Magic Bands, all the way up through like 2019-ish. Apparently some of the limited edition Magic Bands that they rolled out during that time frame did have special light and sound effects whenever you use them at a tap style. So Tina says mine does because we're DVC. So is that for all of your park admission, Tina, or is that just a specific Magic Band that you own? Let's see here. Sorry, I'm catching up on comments. Russ said I used to collect the old ones. Cool. Jillian says we have a Toy Story Anniversary Limited Edition Magic Band, but we've never used it. Let's see here. Yeah, Jillian said it wouldn't work right anyway. On Disney Plus Day that we went to a couple years ago, it was supposed to say this is the way, and some, it was really choppy, and it said this is, and other of them said the way, and said even some of the cast members were confused. Tina said, yes, there was a Haunted Mansion one I heard once. So if you use the lightning lane for the Haunted Mansion, it makes a like woo noise. But that's just for regular people. Mom has her limited edition Haunted Mansion Magic Band here. And how does this one here? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I managed you again as a
Yeah.
as a precautionary measure. But yeah, this is a limited edition. I'm trying to remember, but this one actually,
look on the puck portion on the inside. It might tell you.
Yes, it's limited edition.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Sometimes it tells you how many.
Yeah. And this one, when I go through a tap style, it lights up purple, and it goes. It plays the first few notes of Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So it's really cool. Now, this one is a Dooney and Burke. Guys, I bought this. I showed this to you before, but this is a Mickey Americana one that I absolutely love. And it's a Dooney and Burke. It is a limited edition. These are not Magic Band Plus. These are Magic Band 2.
Yeah.
And it has a white puck. It's hard to see it there, but it has that white puck. But this is the coolest one. Now, both of these are cool.
Yeah.
But I truly love this one because when I went through a tap style with this, it played da 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 da, and it went through it rotated the colors red, white, and blue twice. So it's kind of when you put the dime in, you have to wait for the whole song to play because it took me a little longer to get through the tap style with this. Well, not longer, not, but it was really cool. So that this one lights up red, white, and blue, and da 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 da. Now, this one this is the very first one that I bought. This is the very first Magic Band that I bought. It has Walt and Tink on it. That's the reason I love anything with Walt on it. It has his signature.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's a great Magic Band
there. And this one lights up green for Tinkerbell. And it played the first few notes of When You Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Is what this one did. Now, this one, guys, I bought this. I did not wear this one the last time I was there. This is the oldest one that I have. I'm going to take this with me the next time I go to see if the battery still works in this. So anyway, those are the limited editions that I have, and they all do something really, really cool.
Yeah. And so anyway, I fell down this rabbit hole, and my thought process was, I was like, if they could do that with the Magic Band or Magic Band Plus limited editions, they should for sure be able to do that with the Magic Band Plus. So anyway, it's a Magic Band, rabbit hole that I fell down. I did a lot of looking into some of the old designs and stuff. And, Jillian had referenced the website that I found. Unfortunately, many of those videos have been pulled down. I can't help but wonder if that's, I don't know if Disney, copyright claimed them or what. But anyway, some of those videos that, where it shows a link, the link doesn't actually send you to a video that works. And so Tina says it should dawn. My friends worked for 7 years and they went twice a year. Jillian said,
that's right.
Yeah, there's a tap style thing on Etsy you can buy that plays the songs like they would in the parks. Said it's expensive, but they're cool. Let's see.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was curious. Tina said she gets a special noise for DVC, which absolutely you've earned that. And so
I
that's
believe
super
there was
cool.
a special noise for annual, or there's a special color for a color and a tone of some kind for annual pass holders as well.
Well, that's cool. So let's see here. Russ said his makes a ka-ching noise when he scans it.
And play this one. The first time I used this one, and I noticed what it was doing with circling red, white, blue. The cast member actually stopped me and said, "Oh my gosh, that's really cool. What kind of band do you have?" And the next time I went through, I stopped Jeff. I said, "You have to watch what my band does when I tap it." And he thought it was really cool too.
So, and you got that Dooney and Burke Americana one, for discounted price at the Disney store, if I remember right.
At the Disney store, I did. I did. I got it for $15, y'all.
Yeah, that's awesome.
At the Disney store. Yeah, I love Mickey Americana.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Russ said, back to the Magic Band Plus, there's also a Star Wars game for Batuu where you do bounty hunting. Yeah, I've heard about that. And you do a fun game for Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, and we want to try that bounty hunting game, Russ, the next time. But we and I talked about that. We didn't feel like we had enough time to do it, but we talked about it. I bet it would be fun. Just to see what it's like. Yeah.
So anyway, that was a rabbit hole I fell down. And so I was trying to do some research on some of the old Magic Bands and stuff. As a result, I was really intrigued by, by this, and it's just an extra cool thing that they can add and do. Neat feature that they could add.
Yeah.
potentially for
And
Magic Man
there's
pluses.
a Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Because of the film, I had to get that one. That's really pretty pen. It's a nice heavy pen, and it's big too. It has two backers on it. But
Yeah.
I wanted to show y'all that because of Indiana Jones. I really wanted that pen. It is let's see. It is limited release. Limited release and limited edition, both on that one.
So
So
anyway, that's if it's not something you knew about previously, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool feature for some of those Magic Bands.
Yeah.
That are limited
And Russ,
edition.
I am going to do a merch video. I've got. I'm trying to keep all my stuff together. That's a challenge after you get home, because you want to get your stuff out and put your stuff away, and so it's a challenge to keep everything together. This came in as well, guys. I think I told you about this pen, gold member, D23 gold member, exclusive pen. This is a big pen too. This is a nice heavy pen.
Yeah, that's super nice.
It is a very nice pen. I just kind of wanted this one. So I've never had
I'm almost more tempted to get that one after seeing it, that you've got it.
Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, it's a big pen and it's nice and heavy. It's a good, I like it. And I just wanted it because, I need to get, I did manage, and you'll see this in the video, I did manage to pick up a couple of annual pass holder pins while we were at Walt Disney World this last time, and I'll get those. I'll try to get everything together and organized, guys, and do that. I feel like it would be better to do a whole video than to try and do that here on Hitchhiker Chat. But I think that's it. Let's see.
All right.
I think we pretty much.
You want to hit Hitchhiker highlight, and then
go ahead, William.
Okay. Hitchhiker highlight on Disney Plus is the Liberty Story from 1957, rated PG. It's an hour runtime. It's in black and white. The directors are Hamilton Luske and Robert Stevenson. Stars Walt Disney as the host, Sterling Holloway as the narrator, Hall Stallmaster is Johnny Tremaine, Hans Conried is Thomas Jefferson. Description is Walt Disney presents a combination live action and animated drama of America's historical fight for freedom. It includes a segment from Johnny Tremaine depicting the Boston Tea Party and the Battle at Concord, and is followed by the Disney movie Ben and Me. Interesting. I hadn't seen this before.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I'm definitely going to.
Jillian and I just watched a really neat show on Disney Plus recently, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. But it featured it was inside the Disney archives. I can't remember if that's the name of the show on Disney Plus or not, but we really enjoyed it. Showed some cool stuff. It showed how that they had restored Walt's office at the animation studios. Some other really neat stuff on that show.
Yeah.
But anyway, while Jillian's looking that up, Russ says, I just finished watching Andor. It was so slow. That's what I've heard, is that it kind of starts off slow and then really picks up.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I know this is kind of I didn't feel like it was slow. I of course, with me, I have more patience apparently than watching shows. I can wait for a story to develop. I felt like Andor was I felt like it was very good. I really enjoyed it, but a lot of people felt like Obi-Wan was slow. Now it starts off, I feel like a lot of them start I mean, they can maybe feel like they start slow and
Yeah.
then they build. I don't know. And it could be on purpose. It could be something they do on purpose. But
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I guess I have more
Yeah.
patience, in seeing things develop, having them build a storyline or what have you. But
Yeah.
did you feel like the whole thing was slow, Russ, or just the beginning?
Yeah. The name of the show that Jillian and I watched on Disney Plus recently was Adventures Through the Walt Disney Archives.
Oh, okay.
We really enjoyed it. It was a great show.
Mhm.
It features some neat props. It's kind of almost a mix of inside behind
Pop
the
culture?
attraction. It's kind of a mix of behind the attraction, the Imagineering story, and prop culture.
Oh, oh.
And so it's just, I think it's just an hour
Cool.
runtime or so.
Oh, hey, Stacy.
It's not super long, but it's really neat.
Oh, stick with it, Stacy. Stick with
Let's
it.
see. Oh, there you go, Stacy. Welcome in, Stacy. But let's see here. We do channel
And Jillian
announcements.
said all the home improvement episodes are now on Disney Plus.
There you go.
Stacy, good to see you.
It's
I know you've been
59-minute
busy
runtime. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Channel news. Be sure to check out all of our live streams from our recent trip to Walt Disney World. The last 2 episodes of Hitchhiker Chat were live from the parks. Last 2 episodes before last week's. We also live streamed Fantasmic and the Happily Ever After fireworks. Jillian went live this past Saturday for an episode of What's Brewing with the Bones. She did a great job giving information on how to beat the heat and the Disney parks at each of the different parks, and how to travel with an infant and a young child. She did a slideshow, so it's easy to take notes if you're planning a trip. Especially planning to travel with little ones. Mom put up a short of some of our Disney haul.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but most of it. Was captured in that video. She's also planning on doing a show and tell vlog.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's see here. Sorry. Sorry, closing something out. Let's see.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So Russ said he felt like the whole thing was slow. Okay. Too much dialogue, not enough actual stuff happening. Imperial politics.
Other announcements: check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. They go live Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They have Fun Food Fridays. We love Garrett, Michelle, Hannah, and Gabe. Great channel. Lots of wonderful channels represented in our chat as well. If there's one you're unfamiliar with, check them out. Just lots of wonderful people and wonderful channels represented in our chat each week. Check out theliveplace.com. It's basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly live streams and channels. Dean has made some recent improvements to the site, so if you haven't checked it out lately, take a look.
Yeah.
Also, check out Dean's YouTube channels, Dreamers Empire and The Live Place.
Yeah.
Check out TubeBuddy if you're a YouTube creator looking to grow your channel. Check out TubeBuddy. It's a great tool. Basic version's free. If you can do the paid version, if you have under 1,000 subs like we do, it's discounted. It helps you, gives you suggestions on viewing trends. It tracks viewing trends, suggests keywords for titles and tags, and tracks channel data that is helpful in growing your channel. Oh, okay, here we go. Also, if you use our link, we both get a free month. And speaking of free, check out Stickermule if you are looking for good quality, low-cost promotional items like buttons, stickers, pins, magnets. If you're looking for any of that, check out Stickermule. Use our link below. We both get a $10 credit for a future order. We've had some people do that. We really appreciate you. Big shout out to our team Replay as well. Lisa, Keith, and Joey from It's Joey's World, the captains of our team Replay. We appreciate y'all. Thanks to everyone watching, live and hanging out in the chat, and also those watching in ghost mode as well. Again, shout out to our team Replay, and shout out to our Ghost Host moderators for keeping the chat family friendly, so we can talk about the discussion points we had prepared and just enjoy the chat as well. So we love and appreciate our ghost host moderators.
Yeah, thanks so much, y'all. Really appreciate
Want to
it.
give a shout out to whoops. Oh, I removed mom from the stream. Here we go. There we go. Oh, can I get her back? Let's bring her back. Add mom back. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry, I had to shuffle this around a little bit.
Thanks, Nick.
Shout out to if I miss you, apologize. Oh, thanks, Nick. Have a good one. But shout out to Aunt Joy and Aunt Susan, Jillian, Kylie, and other family members. BDF, What in the Room with Russ, Dean the Turkey Legster, Mandy Adams, Peter, Boo Mania Nick, Jillian Bone, Mickey Travels, T McNeil, Kevin Theme Park Adventure, Sebastian the Crab, Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure, Brian and Ead, Kay Wilby, Jillian Bone, AJC Magic TV, Elena K808, Leslie M, welcome in, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, WDW Explore and Chill, and Stacy Rogers. We appreciate all y'all being here. If I missed you, I apologize. Do the best I can to keep an eye on the chat. But anyway, sometimes I miss things, or I'm trying to keep notes and track the chat and so on and so forth. And so it's difficult sometimes to maintain all that, especially since I joined late tonight. So I think that's all I've got. Did you have anything else you wanted to mention, Mom?
Okay, yeah, just quickly. I put up, I held this up, guys. I got my ornament premiere Hallmark keepsake ornaments. I collect those, as you know. The ornament premieres July 15th through the 23rd on this. And oh my goodness, yes, they are doing a Haunted Mansion set.
I saw that.
Has the Haunted Mansion as the tree topper, and these are the first ornaments that they've introduced. This one, guys, is the remote. That one serves as the remote.
Very cool.
This is really cool, y'all. It's kind of expensive, but I'm gonna check it out. The tree topper is $149, and the ornaments are $44.99 a piece. But oh my goodness,
man.
I may just have to try to invest in the set, because I'm sure they'll do more, next year on this. But not a paid endorsement, but I do love Hallmark ornaments, and I wanted to let y'all know that they are releasing a Haunted Mansion set that is interactive. And of course, the big tree topper is the Haunted Mansion itself. So yes, I already have 5 trees, and I may have 6 after this, because but anyway, I can't think of anything else. We appreciate y'all for hanging in there with us. It's been a great day. Thanks so much, Susan and Joy, and everybody who's watching on the replay and ghost watching. We really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So, happy Independence Day.
Yes, happy Independence Day, everyone. Happy 4th of July. Hope you all had a fun and safe day. Anything else you want to mention?
Can't think of a thing. Take care. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions about anything we've talked about, as usual, you can email us at thehitchhikingbones@gmail.com, or send us a direct message on Instagram. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. And we really appreciate you guys being here. Have some good stuff coming up. We're going to be announcing over the next couple of weeks, and we'll let you know what our plans are for the fall. We're still kind of in planning stages for that, but we've got some really, really good stuff coming in the fall, I promise you. So announcements to come. Thanks so much. We appreciate it, Ghost Hosts, and we wish all of you a wonderful, hope you've had a wonderful Independence Day, and God bless America.
Yes, absolutely. God bless America. Hope you all have a great week. Hope you all had a fun and safe holiday. Anything else?
I think that's it. All
right. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please, hurry back. Bye, everybody. Have a great week, y'all.
I appreciate it. happy Independence Day.
Bye, everybody.